So I ended up getting left back for the first time in the 8th grade, and I always had good grades, but my mental shifted at this point. I felt like I had more disciplinarians than confidants, so I learned most of my lessons in the streets the hard way. I have a loving family, but there was still much dysfunction, secrets, and curses that were heavily embraced opposed to confronted. Knowing this and feeling unseen, just admired, my broken self sought love in the same wicked streets, not realizing how spiritually protected I was through it all because my experiences were blinding. I went through my first puppy love and heartbreak in MS-220, and I must admit, we were young, but I picked up some bad habits, so I don't fault him. Then came this young man whose age difference in history didn't rub my family well, and of course I understand now, but at the time, he was my biggest protector, made sure I got to school, made my favorite breakfast literally every day, and the only person to date that I had library dates with. Barnes & Noble was life. Although my fam had a point, I couldn't see it then because I felt the safest, and he literally fought everyone for me. From my block to my family, child, oh my gosh. And so, reckless, misguided, and hopelessly loving, I remained, which led to me getting kicked out of BHS, Truman High School, if you know, you know, on top of some other reasons too. And right to Jane Addams. Ugh, what was that for? I was fighting often, and my mom and aunt helped me with my first job at McDonald's, but I was irresponsible, so I ended up in another badass relationship, and he taught me how to flip my bread, and we were paid and reckless together. He ended up cheating on me with my best friend at the time. She dropped out of high school. I beat his ass so bad that his mother ended up calling the cops and trying to press charges on me, which I didn't know yet. I ended up running down the block, blood all over my shirt. My people's in the back park asking me what happened. We all know what happened. Things have gone too far at this point. I went into hiding with his ex, who we'll get into that in a minute. And we went to go hide and blow it down. I left from there, went to my grandmother's house so I could go change. She was in disbelief when she saw me, and she relayed the message that the police was looking for me. And my mother told them if they found me, to keep me, which I found to be crazy, but I totally get it. She was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I apologize for everything that I put you through, Ma. It was crazy. And at this point, you already know I lost hope in real love, but being a hopeless romantic and a loving soul by nature, it got the best of me most times. And you're going to hear a lot about it because traumatic experiences, things that I had to endure, and how I had to survive, plus failed love attempts, you know, that's most of the reasons why I ended up becoming the wolf that I became. So prior to all of this happening, he cheated on me with that same ex too. So she went from hating me to me bagging and giving it back. And I'm not going to lie, that came way too easy for me very often. So I was promiscuous, but I had motherfuckers wrapped around my finger winning if I wanted to. I used that to my advantage after a while because most people wasn't shit anyway. And it was cold in these streets, but it definitely backfired. And needless to say, our generation is the reason why Twitter is what it is today. If you know, you know. And that had me recollect until I felt I had nothing to lose.